Hello guys and welcome back to my UCL team selection for the upcoming Matchday 5. I've activated my Limitless chip, so this essentially is a Limitless selection for the upcoming Matchday 5. This is my real team and this is how it's going to be set up in the upcoming Matchday 5. Of course, when we see the lineups, changes can happen because I'm relying on Pavlidis as my captain for day 1 because I will see if he's in the lineup or not. But if Osimhen is playing, I think I'll be relying on him. Now, this is the team. We're going to go and see some injuries that I've scouted during the weekend. And of course, some players that I've uh, thought that were out are in and vice versa. Now, how are we going to approach it? I think I'm going to start by the injury updates. I think they're the most important. The game isn't updated yet. Some of them are updated while others aren't. Some teams, some players may return for this week. Some will be out long term. I will try to put a little bit of a time frame coming back in match day 5 or out for sure. Now, let's go and start by positions. I think that it's better to start that way. I'm just going to type the names in, and I think we are going to be checking them one by one. We start with the obvious player, that's Gabriel Magalhaes from Arsenal. It's a very big issue for Arsenal's defense, but even though they're facing against Bayern Munich, it's at home, they are good. They have Mosquera, they have Saliba, they have Calafiori that can operate there. I think they're well and sorted. And then they have Hincape. So yeah, they're more than sorted in that regard. Next up, another defender out for sure in match day 5 is Hakimi. It says it's doubtful. It's not. He's missing that game against Spurs. So don't rely on him. Next up, we have Frimpong from Liverpool, and we can mention Conor Bradley as well. Double Liverpool right back is out of the team, and yeah, it's a little bit harsh for them, but it is what it is. We've got a return to the injury bench for Lewis Hall. He got injured in the game against Manchester City. Not that he was going to be picked over Burn, but regardless, I wanted to mention him if someone was looking for a Newcastle player. We've got the long-term injury of Bremer. He is injured and he's out. Juve have a good fixture, that's why I mentioned him, but he is out. We have our new injury in that Napoli defense. Rahmani is out. He is a solid option. Sadly, he got out with an injury, so he is doubtful. Another player that was injured and will probably miss match day 5 is Bensebaini. I think that this time I didn't butcher the name, but I'm going to just call him Bense. Bense is out, and we'll talk about his replacements, but for now I'm going to remove him out of my squad. Then we have Niklas Zule out. I don't think any of you is picking him, but still a Dortmund defender that I wanted to mention. We have a new injury to the Galatasaray right back Singo. Sadly, probably will miss an easy fixture against Union, but the good thing is that we are going to know the lineups before we go in. Next up, the player that is missing is... Oh, let me try and find him by team, because I don't know how to spell his name properly. It's Eumali. It's Eumali. This guy was caught betting and is now out. So yeah, he is not going to be selectable for any player that it is. Next up, we move to another defender that we have. Let me just copy something before I miss it. So we have another defender with the potential to return in match day 5. I don't know if he's going to be used, but they just lost the Milan derby, and I think they will need him. They were obviously missing him in that right wing back position. He is just amazing, but sadly he is missing probably this game tonight. And now we have a trifecta of Real Madrid defenders. Militao injured, Rudiger injured, Carvajal injured. I think David Alaba is also injured, so yep, a lot of Real Madrid defenders are out of this game. Moving down into midfielders, we'll start with a very funny injury that to Cole Palmer. He got a home incident, which it's kind of funny. Not funny because he's injured, but he just came back from an injury and now he's missing match day 5 as well. a new fresh injury from international break is Florian Wirtz. He missed the game already against Nottingham Forest, and he's missing the game against PSV also. Next up, another probably missing a player game, but a doubt of a miss is Anthony Gordon. He came back on a training pitch, but I think he will be with his minutes reduced in the Champions League, so I will be steering clear. Rodri, a long-term injury to Manchester City. I don't think he's returning in UCL, specifically against Leverkusen. And another player from City that is injured is Mateo Kovacic. I don't know how many people got him, but I wanted to mention him. Now, one very sad miss this week is KDB. It was going to be amazing to have him this week, but yeah, he's out. And speaking of out midfielders from Napoli, Zambo Anguissa is also injured and will miss Matchday 5 against Karabakh. One of the easier fixtures, sadly, he will have to miss it. Then we have from Barcelona, Pedri. A lot of their team is back, but Pedri for now is injured and he is missing the game. Then we have one of the best cheap assets this season. It's Can Uzun. It's Atalanta at home. So yeah, sadly, he's missing that fixture. Next up, we have Caro from Bayern Munich. He went out with an injury. He played well in the league, but for now he's missing probably the week. And Musiala, you already know that he's still injured, back in some partial training but injured. Sadly, Gnabry came back from international duty with injury as well, so probably will be saved in that game. You already know that Luis Diaz is missing the game. He is a forward, but he is suspended and he is ineligible to be selected. We have Doe from PSG still injured. A very rough start of the season for PSG and injured attackers, but yeah, Doe is out. We have Odegaard still out, so you have to take it into account. We have from Spurs Kulusevski. He's not even in the game yet, so yeah, he is injured. We have Tchouaméni from Real Madrid injured in midfield, so that's a very big miss for Real. And we have the cheap enabler Mastantuono, also injured and not in the conditions to start the game. We have Agyun from Galatasaray still injured. And speaking about Galatasaray, we have, of course, the Ocean Man, wavy. He's also injured and probably will miss that game as well. Another fresh injury from the weekend, sadly, is Rasmus Højlund. A lot of assets missing from Napoli's team, so I don't know how much I trust McTominay and Di Lorenzo, but I think the fixture against Karabakh is easy enough, so I will be taking it into account. Rashford, he is with a small injury. Probably he will be back, but they have Leva, Rafi, Torres, and Yamal in play, so I don't know how much time Rashford will play on the field. Then we have Dembele, still injured, sadly. Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or winner, so he's not eligible for selection. And here we have a double Arsenal players missing. Gyökeres injured, so don't pick him. And Havertz injured. Those are the roundups of the injuries that we have at this particular moment. I know that I may miss someone and someone else might be injured that I don't know of, but I think that's a nice roundup. So if you are looking to pick any of these players, I've done the research and they're from the injured. Of course, I haven't monitored teams like Pafos, Karabakh, Kairat. I just don't think it's relevant to a lot of you. I tried to stick to some popular teams. The Portuguese teams didn't have anyone of any big statue that's important in the game injured, so I want to mention it. Olympiacos didn't have anyone injured, so I want to mention that. And am I missing someone? So Union I didn't check, Ajax I didn't care, honestly, Karabakh didn't care, Marseille everyone is fit, Bodo didn't check but not a fan of, Slavia Praha and Athletic I didn't check, Villarreal I don't think anyone cares for their players, Leverkusen have everyone if important statue fit, Chelsea I mentioned, Palmer and Barca I mentioned, Copenhagen Kairat completely avoided, Monaco is with a fresh team, so it's good there. Pafos I didn't check. Frankfurt and Atalanta are with clean bills of health. Sporting is fit because I think I will be looking to invest in Sporting. Not a necessity, but we'll try to find some space here. PSG Spurs don't have any fresh injuries, and I don't think they have anyone that was important for this season injured. PSV don't have anyone important. Maybe Pepe was something, but yeah, I don't think anyone looks there. Yes, I forgot to mention Llorente. So this guy went out with an injury. That's pretty important to know. Marcus Llorente, he's very vital to their play style, so I wanted to mention it. Inter Milan, I mentioned Dumfries. Thuram is back, so that's good for them. And Olympiacos, Real Madrid, I already discussed. So this is the team, and from my team selection, only one player is injured, so that's good. How I'm going to approach the team, I don't think I'm going to restructure the team because I already selected the team in that sense, and I don't want to make any rush changes here and there. I think that we'll take into account some results of the weekend, but not very much. Like Real Madrid conceded 2 goals, which might happen against Olympiacos, so I'm a little bit hesitant. Should I start at all Carreras? Because the player that I wanted him to replace, Nuno Mendes, is back and he's fit and he played. So I'm coming back with Nuno Mendes. Like Carreras was good to have here, but not ideal. And from Dortmund's perspective, Emre Can is back and he is their penalty taker. So he's in my team now instead of Bensebaini. Bense, let's call him. The rest of the defense, Sakir, even though they lost Singo, even though Steumali is not playing, I think that still their fixture is good, and I don't know if this player starts, which is amazing for me. And I have Thibaut Courtois to cover for him as well in the second day. I don't think I'm changing these keepers. Sakir, Courtois, a good pair, a solid pair. I think I like it. In the defensive department, I was thinking about one player in particular, and that player in particular is Giovanni Chienda, or Quenda. I will call him Chienda. He started the season well with 10 points against Kairat. Went a little bit absent in the recent of time, so I don't know if I should trust him over Nuno Mendes. Probably the answer is no. So I think that Chienda was close here to join, but I want VVD. VVD has been great from set pieces. Like, look at these returns. A lot of those are 24, 25, 33 points out of 35 points. I cannot count. Okay, that was, yeah, 35 points regardless, good return. Otamendi, I know he missed a penalty during the weekend, but it's still Otamendi. He still has defensive contributions or ball recoveries, and he plays in the first game. And if Pavlidis is subbed off, I still think he's getting a pen. So yeah, I think Otamendi is a lock for me. And Di Lorenzo, the most attacking fullback that they have, like, he's got a red card and he conceded 6 goals against PSV. So he has been unlucky, but then against Frankfurt he got a clean sheet with a ball recovery. Now against Karabakh I expect some attacking returns, especially with so many injured players around him. Now we have Neres that is going to have a vital role this week in that team, but I honestly prefer McTominay. But let me finish the defensive line. Here, of course, someone from Real Madrid makes sense, so I can go and pick, let's say, the Benfica keeper and get to Trent, because Trent is now playing, but I really don't want to do that. Like, I prefer Otamendi here, because first of all, he plays on day one, and I think he has a very high attacking potential. So this here is a lock for me. The back line, I think I got it well. Of course, I can pick Arsenal, I can pick Bayern Munich, I can pick Manchester City, I can pick more of these teams, but I think I've got a nice spread. If we take a look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders on the first and 3 on the second. That's a brilliant coverage for my team, and I'm very happy with the way that I've set them up. Moving into midfield, I don't know if it's a mistake, because Salah has been awful, like literally awful in the league. But in UCL, yeah, against Atleti he was good. But still with Salah, it's against PSV. If I don't go for him now, I'm not going for him until the rest of playoff stage, group stage. So yeah, Salah stays. Kvara stays. I think that he is the fit attacker that got rested during the weekend. So I think he goes. McTominay, the only fit player from Napoli's main attacking midfield of Anguissa, McTominay and KDB. He stays. Foden is an interesting pick here. I would tend to pick someone else, but he plays on the first day and I can replace him easily. Let's go to date. Of course, I can go for someone like Bellingham, who scored an assist now in the weekend. I can go for someone like Ulisse, who has been on fire recently, especially in the league. Like, brilliant asset. But I think Foden makes a lot of sense here. Day one, that's very important. Because I have a lot of assets, like a lot of, but I say a lot of, but they're not a lot of. Like, I have 3 attackers to go on the third day and 2 defenders, so I got 6 players, which isn't it too low now? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, maybe one more on day 2. So from matches like Real Madrid, I can get more. I can get someone from Sporting, like Trincao, God forbid. But the rest is pretty shit, if you ask me. So I may prefer day 1 more, and whatever happens, I have Salah, Kvara, and Mbappe on day 2. Like, I'm putting them on, and I need players to maybe struggle. But I think Foden against Bayer Leverkusen, especially at home, is going to be a nice move. Kenanio, this is another question mark in my team. He has been awful as of recent times, but Bodø Glimt, I don't know if they will score enough goals, Juve, in order to justify his position. Now I can go to Saka, or I might prefer Saka in this regard, because he's still day 2. He's playing well. Bayern Munich are struggling defensively. They're conceding against a lot of teams. So here I might resolve to Saka. I know that this sounds strange, but something says to me pick Saka. I don't know what it is. It's another player on day 2. Now we have 4 attackers on day 1 and 4 on day 2, which is nice. We'll have 3 defenders locked in. Probably we'll have enough space to put in. I just need 1 attacker to fumble on the first day, which is the max that I'm looking for. But something says to me pick Saka. I don't know what it is. I think that there is something really spicy coming up from Arsenal. The game is at home. It's against Bayern Munich. Bayern have been conceding goals, as mentioned. And if Arsenal decide to dig in on the counter, Saka is going to help enough. I just feel like Saka is going to do some amazing work. And up front, the front 3, if Osimhen is starting the game, it's Osimhen instead of Pavlidis. If Pavlidis is starting, that's it. If Pavlidis isn't starting, now that's an interesting question. I think I will struggle a bit with the forward, but if we go and check the forwards, because that's the position that we might need to find someone, I might resolve to Kane, or I might resolve to Alvarez. Vlahovic is an interesting shout that I might be taking a look at, because it's only 1 game. Elsewhere, I think that probably Vlahovic will be the differential pick that I go for, but I think Pavlidis is differential enough. Now, we've made a lot of changes, 3 to my previous lineup. We're reviewing the transfers, we're confirming them. And do we have a player on the first day? No, everyone is on the bench as it is. Pavlidis is still going to be my captain. I know it's risky, but I have Mbappe for day 2, which is going to be my backup option. I just feel like Pavlidis is going to score a lot. You are going to ask, are you sure in Emre Can? No, I'm not, to be fair, but I want to have the penalty taker from that team in my side, so I think I'm in good hands as of now. This is going to be my team selection for the Limitless team selection, however you want to call it, for the upcoming Matchday 5. Tomorrow I'm uploading a deadline tips video, so we are going to be covering how my team is going to look, and some captaincy options in each day, the late news that we have, everything that we need covered, and of course a deadline stream is coming your way. Thanks so much for watching. I've updated the subscriber goal, so I'm aiming for 10,000 people. Those are a lot of people. Join the mini league, comment, play there. We have a lot of money on the prizes in the Discord league and in the paid league. Rules are down in the description. You can follow them. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Tomorrow some deadline tips, and then we are right on the deadline stream as per usual. We are going to have a lot of fun, and we are going to have a nice laugh. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.